Let's see, how did we do for eggs? Did we cook all of our... Oh, Jesus Christ. How did this happen? What eggs have you been cooking? Too many eggs. Right, that's quite enough of oil. Let's turn this off. Now let's change this to polluted water. Might not actually have access to that much polluted water, thinking about it. I think we've only got the bottles that we've mopped up. Okay, once this ladder's built, I'll get rid of all this crap. In fact, I'll probably get rid of it, like, now. So I don't really care right this second. And the only reason I'm doing this is in case we do get some petroleum. When our molten slickster hatches out and starts eating, it might start pooping out petroleum and it'll give us like an oil nightmare otherwise. I don't want my main pool to get oil in it. Let's get this dug out as well. Oh, we did have a little bit of polluted water. Don't know where that's come from, but whatever. Is this now a stable? It is a stable, okay. Does he need to be ranched, though? Oh, no grooming fish. Jesus, that's bright. Yeah, this room has got a little bit out of hand. Honestly, I think I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. But at least they're not endangered anymore. We had 2. We were down to our last 2 ever. Now they're not endangered. We have saved them. How do I tame the fish? Lol, no grooming fish. Well, how does it work, Max? I don't understand. Like, I'm assuming we don't get them out the water and pet them and spray them with talc like we do with the normal critters. So what the fuck? How does work? I don't know. Gorgeous blue skies, but tornado watch, stupid weather. Christ in there. Put the station in the water. Really? It will tame itself when fed. Right, okay. But this isn't feeding, is it? He ain't eating from this. We'll put it in the middle. Fuck it. Can't put it in the middle. It's going to block my pump. Well, we're going to have to move this vent out. We'll move this vent over and we'll slam it. Yeah, we'll have a bit of a rejig around. Fuck it. It'll probably eat some of this algae when it goes in the water. And I'll move this vent over a couple of tiles. Move it into the middle. Put it here. I'll need to move this thermo sensor as well, won't I? Fuck. So we'll get rid of you. And hydro sensor, sorry, we'll get rid of you. What's going on? Are you okay? Just when he made it sound like he was dying then, I was petrified. Okay. And then we'll put the fish feeder here. Yeah? And then we'll put the fish release thing here. This has got to work. I think we're going to have to make some algae though, unless we start digging some out actively. I think we are going to have to make some algae. Which I'm always against doing, honestly, but if it means we get to keep our little gulp fishes happy, I'm all up for doing it. It's all in the name of science. So, hydrosensor. That's fine. Excuse me. Right, get all this stuff swept up. I don't like this lock. I'm gonna get rid of this airlock, I think. It's fucking shit. It's shit. I'm not a fan anymore. I've changed my mind. I thought it was great, and now I don't like it. I don't know how I can make it so that it doesn't temporarily fuck with the pathfinding. Like, if we watch down here, watch these dig commands and stuff, when dupes start coming through, you'll notice that when one dupe comes through, as this middle airlock shuts and opens again, it disrupts the pathfinding. So it'll make it so that these jobs aren't accessible anymore. What that means is any dupes that were assigned to it will no longer go through it. Like they'll have their jobs rehashed, interrupt what they're doing, and they'll go and do something else. Let's cancel that for a sec. Which doesn't sound very good to me. Let's get some of this to go. You see how it faded and came back in? That's what it's doing. It's recycling the jobs, basically. It's saying this isn't accessible, so do something else. Which is not good. Right, let's put some normal water in here. We've not got any more access to any more dirty water, so let's just put some clean water in. I'll put a few tiles worth in here as well. I could pump some in, but I don't want to. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, he's actually eating now, at least. What are you doing, Gulpfish? Are you just eating now? You don't do anything else? My water is going down, so something's happening. Well, if we just deconstruct this tile, will it be filled with water or polluted water first? I would like to say it'd be filled with polluted water, but I think it would be normal water. Oh no, that worked okay. This guy's been a little bit of a jerk, but he is still working by the looks of it, because the water level is decreasing. So we'll see. How much water's in here? We'll put a little bit more water in here. The water's messed up. I know, GG, I know! It's terrible. Put a few tiles there. Oh shit, these are bigger than I thought. Fuck on it. I wonder if they'll be okay if we put it lower. I wonder if they'll say they're submerged. I say this is all new territory, this for me. So I'm, you know, if I'm doing something stupid that you know better, please do tell me. All these can be turned off now. It should be fine. Just trying life. I haven't done fish yet. Not sure I will even do them. Yeah, I can agree with that, Max. The 3-door access for things that you don't really need very often is great. For something where I want dupes to be able to run in and out of constantly, not so good. Not so good. So honestly, I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is going down here like this. I'm going to make a farm out of this area here, like a ranch out of this area. I've not figured out how big it is yet. Looks like it's 11 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'd be something like that. And then we can knock out some of these tiles as and when we don't need them. Just getting access into here without having too much heat. It's a bit of a funny build. I'll do something like that. And I'm going to knock one of these out, and just have like 5 exosuits down here and put a liquid lock in instead. I think it'll work better. I reckon. Cool. We'll deal with that when we need to. Everything's getting overheated. I'm quite amazed. Let's see, how are we getting on for bugs and stuff? Jesus Christ. Okay, so we've got an extra glossy egg now, so we need to allow access so they can go and sweep that up. So much food. Meep. Meep. Fuck. Meep's already done all this stuff. Meep. 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 Jesus. Meep's gonna go down here. And we'll get A promoted as well. Nice. How are we for dirt? 65 tons. I need someone to, oh, it's not a glossy egg, it's a normal egg, so we'll have to do this one. It's still a bit of micro, but at least it means they can't cook them into omelettes. Better keep the new tank wild or they will starve. No, I'm gonna incubate them in here, Mex, and then drop them in here. It's too fucking deep. Fuck. Where did they get this 41-degree water from? Oh no, my oil would have averaged out the temperature, wouldn't it? Okay, let's just knock this tile out for a minute. Ah, Christ. Nothing's ever simple, eh? Nothing's ever simple. Camo, good evening, buddy. How are you? I had to stop cooking 2 million kilocalories, and that's only for mushrooms and meat. Why not automate the Draco egg collection? I could do. I just really wasn't that bothered. Could just put a sweeper in there to collect the eggs, but it's such a small issue, really. Like now they've collected that egg, I can just have them drop it off. I think they've collected that egg anyway. Yeah. I'll just turn this off. I don't know how my other things are getting on. I've not looked at my hatches for a long time. Some of them seem to be dying off. We've lost a smooth hatch as well. Meh. This is sort of taking all my interest right now. This is kind of what I want to look at. This is still submerged. Which sucks a little bit. I should have just mopped all this extra water as well, in fairness. I think I'll probably do that. Slap a couple of mesh tiles down and see if we can mop all this crap up. He does not look happy in here, does he? Just looks bugged out and pissed off. 8 from feeder. Okay. 8 from feeder. Ah, happiness plus 2 if he eats from feeder. Okay. So, when will he stop being wild? Minus 20%. So in about 4 cycles he should stop being wild, hopefully. Oh no, minus 15% per cycle. Okay, it's alright. Let's try and get all this shit mopped up. This was a mistake. Make the access to the bug farm better now. They need to go around the long way. The bug farm. The bug farm, Max. Of all the words you could have used, the bug farm. What bug are you talking about? The shine bugs? It has homemade mini pizzas made with breadsticks. It has a ketchup base, then thin slice of smoked bacon followed by cheese topping, some spices for flavour, and a single black olive in the centre. Oh, camo, that sounds nice. I would eat that. I would still eat that. That sounds good. No, I don't care about this mechs. I don't care about this room. This is just a glorified light bulb. They're fine. I want to play with these. I want to try and figure this out. This is way more interesting. So I'm going to need a circuit over here. And I said I was going to run one over ages ago and just didn't. So let's fix that now. We're going to knock you out. We're going to knock you out. And you out. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to need some more transformers putting in before long, but there's very little I can do about it for now. There's a lot I could do about it right now, but I just can't be bothered. I want to do other things. So we're going to connect to there. We're going to connect. No, we're going to connect to there. Yeah. So we'll connect to there, you'll connect to there, and then we'll run this over here. I don't have that much refined metal, truth be told, but I should have enough to get this done, hopefully. I'll try and connect up to this as well. We'll rip out this crap. I'll get these tiles back, and that'll give us quite a bit of gold as well. So that will do. I want to get all this insulated so we don't lose any of this heat then. I've been cooling this area off over time for no real reason, so we'll get all this ripped out as well. Shine is the only bug. I don't know with you, Mex. You could be saying the hatches are little bugs. I don't know with you. So let's rip out all this crap. Rip out all this as well. Okay. That should give us a bit more metal to get this finished. And then we make sure that we reconnect this as well. Beautiful. Get off. Priority 9. Excellent. Get that done. Stat. Very good. Shouldn't be any automation or anything left here. We'll just sweep up this crap quickly so that we don't lose it when we seal this up. Building broken 2. I think that must be the critter drop-off point and the fridge that's over there as well. Well, that's fine. I don't want to sweep this out. I might just do a cheeky little sweep just to get this cleared, and then we'll seal it up and it'll be clean then. So they're working on getting this wire done. Cool. Molten slicks at 69%. These haven't given me any eggs yet. I suppose they won't give me any eggs until they die, and there's not really much chance that there'll be molten eggs either. I think I'm just going to have to breed this one that we've got for now. It's going to be so hot down here. I'm not sure how we can groom them. These don't have like an overheat temperature or anything. Don't seem to. So maybe. Let me think. Let's get rid of this shit for now. I think I'll make all this floor out of mesh actually. Apart from down here. I'm just thinking of how I'll collect the petroleum without having it open to the elements, because this I want to be a petroleum build ultimately. That's the plan. But I don't want my slicksters to be able to get out, and I don't really want to have many issues down here. So then we'll still insulate this. Do that. Get rid of this crap. And then we'll do this airlock design here, I think. Yeah, we'll do it like right here. Because it's only going to be my Wranglers that need to come in here, I think. And we'll do that. Oh shit, what does this overheat at? Doesn't say if it does overheat. I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping these don't melt. If they do, I'll be very sad. I don't think they will do, because the reason people were using this was for this, like, for volcano rooms and stuff, so I think this will be fine. We'll do something like that. And then I've no idea how many tiles this room will be. We'll have to figure out once we get a door in place. That is the plan. Anyone watch SpaceX's launch last night? No, I didn't, Camo. Any good? Was it interesting? Was it insightful? Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Too many shine books. It's a shame I can't make them wild again. That would be good. If I could just release them all into the wild. That would be very good. Okay, this pump's nearly done down here now. Why have they not finished this wire yet? That's really not cool. So I want to get this pump able to pump and get this water collected. I think they're working on it, but it's just taking them a while. YM9, how do you manage your temperature? I control the oxygen that's pumped into my base. So for the most part, I'm not really doing any cooling in my base. The only places where there's heat really being generated is my toilets, and that's 'cause I'm pumping hot water straight into my toilets and my sinks. Other than that, my base is regulated just with oxygen piping. So where my oxygen gets pumped into the base through these vents, it's pumping in oxygen at like 12 degrees, 15 degrees, what's this? 16 degrees, 16 degrees. And that's because I'm cooling my oxygen production, basically. So this is where I produce my oxygen. These are my electrolyzers, and I've got some radiant pipes going through the build, and through the pipes I'm pumping some polluted water that's pretty cold, and that cools off my oxygen until it's at a certain level so that my pumps only pick it up when it's at a temperature that I want, so like 16 degrees-ish. And that's how I do it, basically. I don't really do much cooling in my base. I should probably put a bit more cooling around my toilets, but I don't really care, honestly. The reason these are hot, as I say, is because we're pumping in water at 95 degrees and we're not doing any additional cooling around them. So they're a little bit toasty over here, but for now it's fine. I could always put like a couple of Weezeworts in the base as well, but I've just not bothered really. We'll just leave it as it is. For the most part, I just keep everything that generates heat in its own little area. So anything that's prone to getting hot is normally caged in its own little abyssalite, room, and then I cool it from there, basically. And it was very nice. The first Falcon 9 Block 5 launch. The first Bangladesh com satellite. All of it was a great success. Nice, Camo. No, I'm not too up with that sort of stuff, to be honest, mate. But it sounds interesting. Right, let me just... Before I think about putting any power to these, let's just get this polluted water out of here. This polluted water was a mistake, honestly. I'd like to get all this mopped up. Got one piece of wire left. Come on. Somebody do the wire. There we go. Excellent. Now our pump's going again. We've got a couple of bits of debris just left to sweep in there. I'll just give them another reminder to get her done. Nice. That's all that oil gone, which is good. I've not got anywhere I can dump polluted water. Maybe I should dump it in here and let him eat it. Maybe I'll do that. Can I slap a mesh tile in above this thing? Oh, fucking beautiful. Because then we can feed any shitty polluted water to our gulp fish. That sort of makes sense to me. Let's get rid of all this crap that I've left in here now. And we'll drop some nice clean water in here, why not? Yeah, that's what we'll do. And in fact, we could just bridge off this pipe as well and drop some in directly. Like so. If we set this to above 500 kilos, it can pump straight into here. Nice. Fish egg. Have we got one? Oh, it's a Pacu egg. Motherfucker. Fucking Pacu egg. I was hoping for a gulp fish. Just my luck. How long has he got left to live? How long do these fish live for? Or is he still wild? He's still wild at the minute. Okay. Beautiful. Just get this vent done. We'll toggle these off. In fact, we'll get them all deconstructed. Beautiful. We'll set this to polluted water. I think this is probably going to be our only place where it goes now. That's fine. And then should dump that into here. Nice. Very good. I don't think it matters if it's a little bit germy either, because he should just consume it and turn it into clean, I think. I could be wrong. But it's below 10 degrees anyway, so eventually the slime lung should die off no matter what. If we now turn this on, this should pump into here, and we'll put a little bit more water in here. Just a little bit. Oh, very good. Very good. Happy with this. If we've got a bit more metal, we can actually now hook these up as well. So we can use them in the future.